Join me as I dive into the drama of the Hungary Grand Prix and try to break down exactly what went wrong when Max Verstappen crashed into Lewis Hamilton. The rivalry between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton is one of the most intense and thrilling in Formula One history, with both drivers having a reputation for being fearless and determined to win. As two of the best drivers on the grid, their battles on track are always highly anticipated and closely watched, and their clash at the Hungary Grand Prix was no exception. The stakes were high heading into the Hungarian Grand Prix, with both Verstappen and Hamilton knowing that a strong result was crucial if they were to keep their championship hopes alive. Verstappen, in particular, was under pressure to bounce back from a disappointing outing at the previous race, while Hamilton was looking to extend his lead at the top of the championship standings. As the lights went out at the start of the race, both drivers got away cleanly, with Verstappen holding on to second place behind pole-sitter Valtteri Bottas. Hamilton, meanwhile, made a sluggish start and found himself stuck in fifth place, unable to make any significant progress in the early laps. The first few laps were all about settling into a rhythm, with the drivers focusing on tire management and trying to minimize the impact of the hot Hungarian weather on their car's performance. But as the laps ticked by, the tension began to build, with Verstappen and Hamilton both knowing that they had to make their moves if they were to stand any chance of winning. The race was shaping up to be a thrilling battle, with Verstappen and Hamilton trading fastest laps and pushing each other to the limit. But it was all about to take a dramatic turn, as a sudden mistake by Verstappen would change the course of the race forever. On lap 12, Verstappen's Red Bull suddenly veered right, straight into the path of Hamilton's Mercedes. The impact was massive, with the two cars colliding in a shower of sparks and debris. The crowd held its breath as the drivers emerged from the wreckage, shaken but thankfully uninjured. In the immediate aftermath of the crash, it was clear that Verstappen was devastated. He got out of his car, looked at the damage, and just shook his head in disbelief. Meanwhile, Hamilton was visibly upset, gesticulating wildly as he tried to process what had just happened. The teams, too, were left reeling, with the tension in the paddock palpable as the severity of the incident began to sink in. The crash was a turning point in the race, with both drivers being forced to pit for repairs and dropping down the order. But it was Verstappen who came off worst, with his car sustaining significant damage that would ultimately prove terminal. As the Dutch driver trudged back to his garage, his championship hopes looked all but over. In the end, the incident would have major implications for the championship standings, with Verstappen's retirement handing Hamilton a significant advantage. But as the dust settled on a dramatic and controversial race, one thing was clear: the rivalry between Verstappen and Hamilton had just gone up a gear. So what did you guys think of the crash? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my analysis on the implications for the season.